Hey,
let's go. Yo, welcome back to New Entry Wrestling Podcast. IAN is who I am. That spells Ian, I believe. I would hope so. What it do? All right, let's get into this because we got a lot to talk about. SummerSlam 2025 just happened. Night one, let's go ahead. These are the matches that went down in order. Roman Reigns versus Jey Uso. Roman Reigns and Jey Uso teaming up to go against Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed. Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss versus Judgment Day for the WWE Women's Tag Team Championship. Sami Zayn versus Karrion Kross. Tiffany Stratton and versus Jade Cargill. Drew McIntyre, Logan Paul teaming up to go against Randy Orton and Jay Jelly Roll. And then Gunther versus CM Punk for the World Heavyweight title. And out of these matches, I'm going to be honest, I enjoyed all of them. There was not a bad match. I honestly, I got nothing really good to say about it except for just wasn't a bad show. You know, that's it. I mean, I watched it in the comfort of my own home. So if I was there live, I'm gonna be honest. If I was there live, I don't think I would have had a good time. So, and especially the prices on those tickets. So, but the one match I really did enjoy, and then it was the opening match, was Roman Reigns and Jey Uso teaming up to go against Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed. This match was fire. Honestly, I gave it like a 9 out of 10. So, surprised it was the opening match. I really thought the Drew McIntyre. Well, actually, I thought the TLC match was gonna open up night one. But it turned out, and then so I thought it was gonna be the women's tag team match. I thought that one was gonna open up the show, but no, it was Roman Reigns and Jey Uso. I really thought this match was gonna be higher on the card. But no, it's crazy to me because it's crazy. So, and then hold on. So this is what I was gonna say. So, CM Punk, Gunther went at it. That was the other great match I enjoyed for the World Heavyweight title. It was pretty technical wrestling back and forth towards the end. I believe Gunther busted his nose, but he did busted himself on the announce table, so he had color on his face, and it was like dripping like water. So, CM Punk obviously took advantage of that opportunity and was able to hit 2 GTS on Gunther to win the World Heavyweight title. Now, see, I'm not that excited. Not because I'm blazed right now, but that was more shocking to me of CM Punk winning. But then I was like, oh, if Seth Rollins comes in and cashes in, this whole thing is pointless, because I'm gonna be honest. I get why Seth Rollins will cash in. I get it. It'll be an awesome moment, but realistic. This is what so anyway. Seth Rollins shows up, cash in, shows up, kayfabe. Oh, the leg injury was kayfabe. We all figure that. Cool. I like the angle that he pulled it off. So the angle, he worked it all the way through to SummerSlam, and obviously cashed in on CM Punk and won the World Heavyweight title from him. So I was gonna say, I don't because of that happened. Before that, I was like, I hope they don't do that. I hope Seth Rollins doesn't cash in, because I was hoping for them to build up a match instead. But then I was like, somebody needs a cash in needs to happen, like a run in, like it needs to be done. And then I realized if it's gonna happen, this is the place to do it. Not just because it's SummerSlam, but plus, because it's what's it called? What I was gonna say, it ties with Roman. That both of them, they're both WrestleMania, or the first time they wrestled at MetLife was at WrestleMania 29. Both of them walked in as the Shield, and they teamed up to go against Randy Orton, Sheamus, and the Big Show. So, and then they went back at 35, WrestleMania 35. Roman Reigns faced Drew McIntyre. Wow, at that time, Drew McIntyre was becoming a big top guy at that time. Um, and also Roman Reigns was the face of the company. Seth Rollins was going against Brock Lesnar. He was the Royal Rumble winner, and Brock Lesnar was Universal Champion. So, um, damn, what was I gonna say? What's up, Blaze? Right now? Good time, good vibes. How's everybody doing? Everybody chilling? Cool. All right. So, and now they go back, even though it's not WrestleMania, but they go back for SummerSlam. And then Roman Reigns is in the opening match at MetLife, teaming up with Jey Uso. So, to go against, upper rising stars, Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed. So that's pretty cool. And then Seth Rollins is on the top in the main event. Um, you know, after a cash in on CM Punk, and then leading up to the show, CM Punk was the main event for MedLife, for the World Heavyweight title against Gunther, and that's something that he should have main evented. A stadium he should have main evented back at WrestleMania 29, where CM Punk should have main evented as WWE champion, the longest reigning WWE champion, against John Cena or even The Rock, or even The Undertaker, if The Undertaker would have considered coming back full time temporarily. So I felt like the streak versus the title would have been awesome. And then, but whatever. Um, so yeah, I figured that was nice. So I like the moment. I like the fact that CM Punk got his moment. Same with Gunther. It sucks for Gunther what happened, losing the title. I hope this takes him away from the title and have him go to SmackDown, hopefully, and go against John Cena for the WWE Championship, or go against Cody Rhodes. But honestly, I feel like Gunther kind of reminds me like a modern version of Ric Flair, of our modern era of Ric Flair, to be honest. But yeah, other matches, the rest of the matches, they were good. Nothing crazy about it, to be honest. Except for those two, CM Punk and Gunther, I go, bell to bell. That one was fire. I'll give 5 stars, bell to bell. And then the spotlight match, I'm gonna give it to Roman Reigns and Braun Breaker. Nothing against Drew McIntyre, Logan Paul, Randy Orton, Jelly Roll. It was good. I enjoyed it. I just didn't. By the time we got to this match, it was just like I, I'm 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 all right, man. I kind of want to get this over with. I kind of I kind of want to see the main event. And then it's like I already know, I have a feeling to see him, Seth Rollins may cash in too. So it's like I kind of want to speed this progress up. And I really thought we had to I really thought this match was gonna go an hour. I really thought this match was gonna go an hour. So that's why I was kind of like, at the time where it's at, I really thought this match was gonna be an hour. So I was kind of like, can we just like speed this up? No disrespect to any of you guys. But again, it was a good match. I just kind of wanted to like hurry it. Let's hurry this up, man. So, but the match with CM Punk and Gunther was 30 minutes. And it was a little slow pace, and I get it because they just came, like, again, that tag team match with Drew McIntyre and Randy Orton, it was good. It was great. It was just like, it wasn't for me. It was that match was not for my entertainment. It was for, the people who are there because of Logan Paul, because they're there watching Jelly Roll, and then the Randy Orton with the whole RKO and all that out of nowhere. So it was for that viewer, you know, it was for that crowd. So I was like, okay. And then plus they did that match, they did nothing that I'd never seen before, from watching Triple A, Lucha Libre, from the Indies, AEW, TNA, from watching, wrestling for a long time. That match was like, it was great, but it's nothing I've never seen before. The ending was cool. I enjoy the ending. Whoever called that ending was nice. Unfortunately, that win for Logan Paul doesn't mean anything, though. I would, because he pinned Jelly Roll. Jelly Roll doesn't mean anything. That's the only thing. Like, hey, cool. That good job, Logan Paul. Give you the credit of the work that you did in the ring. Same for you, Jelly Roll. But that victory didn't mean anything for Logan Paul. And if it did, that's just crazy. It's just like, damn. So if you pin a celebrity, you get a WWE championship. So I guess that's the road that WWE is heading towards. Hey, but we still got NXT. NXT still got good wrestling, kind of. I'm probably gonna switch to AEW, but yeah. Anyways, let's go on and move on. But like I was gonna say, overall show, I'm gonna give it like a 7 out of 10. I'm gonna be honest. I'm just glad I watched it from home. If I was there live and I spent that much money, that's crazy. Not worth it. So, but for night 2, that's gonna be on the next episode. Maybe I have no idea. So we got Io Sky, Rhea Ripley, and Naomi. She's defending her Raw, or it's not called Raw. It's called the Women's World Championship in a triple threat match. Becky Lynch defending the Intercontinental Championship in a no disqualification, no count out, last chance match against Vira Valkyrie. Me personally, I think the women's triple threat should be what's it called? The main event. But I feel like it's gonna open up the show. But I think it should have closed out the show if Rhea Ripley wins. If Rhea Ripley wins, it should close out the show. If Naomi's gonna retain, then what's it called? Then open the show. No disrespect, Naomi. You ain't there yet. But this it wouldn't be a bad time. A bad opportunity. But most likely it's gonna be John Cena match. And then Becky Lynch. For my pick, I'm going for Rhea Ripley getting the W. I think Io should get the win, but Rhea Ripley. Rhea Ripley, man, Naomi's probably gonna retain. I already know my vote of who should win is Rhea Ripley. But who's TKO is picking or Triple H picking? They're probably gonna go with Naomi, which is not a bad pick. I'm not disagreeing. I'm not gonna disagree. I'm just saying if I was in that board meeting, like Unreal, so I'm just saying that would be my pick. But Becky and Lyra Valkyrie, I'm gonna be honest. Becky retains. Just Becky. I'm gonna be honest, Vara. I'm just not there for you there. I'm just like, what? But here's the thing, Bailey. Here's the thing though. Bailey should cost Lyra, Valkyrie, whatever her name is. Bailey should cause her to lose, and then that's way, boom. Now we like you because damn, screw you, Bailey. How can you do that? Damn, that's crazy, big booty Bailey. I can't believe you did that. So now we hate Bailey, and then we could be rooting for her, and then have a trinity with her, a rivalry with her, to the point where you get Becky respect, and then Becky herself would say, you know what, I'm gonna give you another opportunity, but here you're gonna go in a gauntlet match or something like that, and at least that way, and by the time she gets to that third female, it could be Bailey, and then they could call it, say, hey, you know what? we're all impressed. She's going over. Hey, we ain't impressed. Whoever is the last female, whatever. Boom. Hey, congrats. You're getting an opportunity to face Becky. So there you go. That's how I would do it. But you know, so I would say Becky to retain and have Becky continue having rivalries or defending the title against other females or take a break from it. But, after Clash in Paris, you know. By the way, is Emily going to be there? Nobody's going to get that one. I think she's going to Rome or something like that. All right. Damn, I'm getting cotton mouth already. Ugh, damn. Well, it's because normally I got Ever talk, with me, my co-host Ever. Normally he's here with me, so I talk. We share the communication and all that stuff. So now I'm doing more talking because it's a solo now. So But anyway, speaking of solo, he's going against Jacob Fatu inside a steel cage match for the United States Championship, which cool. So, hey, and here's the other main event that I believe should be the main event. The future Triple A Mega Champion, current Intercontinental Champion, current Intercontinental Champion Dominic Mysterio going against the phenomenal one. I think I said that wrong. Oh well, AJ Styles. Let's go. AJ Styles said to himself, this is his last SummerSlam, and it's a big one because Uncle Styles, he needs to teach his nephew Dominic some matters, because he's been a dirty boy lately, but let's see what happens. And I truly believe that Alberto Del Rio should come back to WWE or go back to TNA. Give him another opportunity in TNA. Hell, maybe. Oh damn, would he go? Would AEW sign him? That would be crazy though. If AEW would sign him, that would. Hey, if they do, put the title on him. Actually, don't put the title on him. Well, yes, continue the rivalry. Like have Alberto Del Rio be CM Punk. Like whatever the plans was for CM Punk at AEW, have it with with replace it with Alberto. So it's like okay, cool. Now everything's all set. So that way, Hangman Page could have a feud with Alberto Del Rio, like trying to take his spot. Like we got another CM Punk guy right here trying to take my spot. Like, come on, man. And then Alberto's gonna be like, no, man, I'm not like that, man. Like, look what they did to me, man. They banned me in my own company, my own city, my own country. they they bought a whole company just so I can't work, bro. Oh damn. Oh snap, person. Hey, Alberto, man. Hey, you doing all right, man? I heard you got a nice restaurant. All right, but anyways, Solo Sikoa, Jacob. Obviously, this is gonna be a high spot match. Boom, moonsault, and stuff like that. So it's gonna be crazy. But Solo, I think personally, Solos should retain the title so that way he could go on and feud with John Cena. If rather John Cena's champion or not, that way John Cena could be the belt collector, collect all the titles. The U.S. title, the Intercontinental Championship, even Tag Team Championship. He could team up with the Wyatt Six. But I personally think Solo Sikoa should get the W and retain. And then with Dominic Mysterio and AJ Styles, that one's tough because I'm gonna be honest. I want to see Dominic, whoever wins. I'm gonna be honest with both of these matches, Solo and Dominic, and AJ Styles, Jacob, all these four men. I want them to face John Cena, or at least not face, but team up together. If there was a way for Jacob could team up with Cena to go against the Bloodline, Team AJ Styles team up with AJ Styles teams up with Cena to go against the Judgment Day, so that would be cool. And then AJ Styles have one more match with Cena, So at Clash in Paris, that will be awesome. And the crowd will go crazy. Go check out that match with AJ Styles and Cody Rhodes, bro. The crowd was insane. And then the TLC match, tables, ladders, and chairs. Oh my, six pack challenge. By my I'm always by, and by the way, speaking of a six pack, I'm always there, man. I think I'm at a two pack, or I'm at a two pack right now. Yeah, working on the fourth pack. So yeah, I'm almost there, getting there. A few more months. Anyways, for the WWE SmackDown Tag Team Championships, the Wyatt Six are the current champion. Dexter and Joe Gacy, Andrade, Ray Phoenix, DIY, Johnny Gargano, Tommaso Ciampa. Ooh, flag. Oh my gosh, I can't pronounce the other tag team. My fault, guys. But I know one of them looks like a Power Ranger, and the other one is Nathan. There you go. I can pronounce your name, Nathan. Versus the Motor City Machine Guns, Alex Shelley and Chris Sabin. Shout out to Alex Shelley, former TNA World Heavyweight Champion. Well, they both were. But I met Alex Shelley, so while holding the Impact World Heavyweight Champion. They're going against the Street Profit, and I think the Street Profit should get the W. It'd be cool. Yeah, I think the Street Profit should get the W. All right, they should win back their tag team champion. I'm saying, hey, hear me out. Hear me out. The Street Profit win. How? How? Hold on. By Miami helping them out. That's it. Right there. Miami helps them out. Bam. Got him. Got him. Well, not got him, but got Bianca, and then Bianca's gonna flip. So, and that's a whole rivalry. All right, so now John Cena versus Cody Rhodes. Obviously, John Cena back as a babyface, so I want my boy John Cena to win and continue his last tour as WWE champion. So I think there's gonna be a big swerve that's gonna happen, but I'll find that out now, the day of recording, so which is tonight, but by the time this is uploaded, it'll be Monday. So yeah. All right. So yeah. I don't know what prediction is gonna happen. Maybe The Rock will show up, maybe Brock Lesnar. So I don't know. But I guess we'll see. Yeah, so moving on to the next subject. Let's move on now. What it do? Hulk Hogan versus the Hark Chihuahuas. Let's get it. Shawn Michaels versus the immortal Hulk Hogan. Ooh yeah, brother. Let's go, Hogan. Shawn Michaels already outside the ring. Nervous. He don't want to go one-on-one with Hulk Hogan, but hey, man, for Shawn Michaels to call himself the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be, he has to defeat Hulk Hogan. That's not true, man, but it's a big money match, he's trying to get that big paycheck. Let's be honest. It was never. Hey, I don't remember how this match went down, but we're about to find out. So, Hulk Hogan, Shawn Michaels. Shawn Michaels doesn't want to get in the ring yet, because he's like, I ain't ready yet. Hold on, cuz. Oh, hold on, brother. I only said cuz because, Hogan says brother, Think about it for a minute. That's why I said cuz for Shawn. There you go. The bell has rung. Ding, ding, ding. Ooh. Shawn trying to throw a fist like right there. He's like, boom, try to throw a jab at Hogan. But Hogan did not flinch. He like, I ain't scared. I ain't scared of you, brother. Ah, man. Hey, man. Shout out to my assistant, man. She made me some I don't know what this is. Cappuccino espresso. There you go. Not cappuccino. It's an espresso. Okay, it's a latte. It's an iced latte. Oh, there you go. They lock up, and oh, Hogan just shoved Shawn Michaels down. Shawn Michaels overselling. Damn, like a Dragon Ball Z character. Shawn Michaels gets right up. There you go, flexing. Hogan is flexing all those muscles. They lock up once again, and boom! Hogan shoves Shawn Michaels. Damn, why are you just shoving him? It's like Shawn's like, call your spots, brother. It's so awkward. Hogan likes calling the matches in the spots, or what? Calling his spots in the ring, and Shawn likes to go over his matches. And there you go. Hammerlock. Because Shawn likes timing and perfection when it comes to that. You know, when it comes to the spots, it's all about timing. Hogan's like Cena, like I like to hear the crowd reaction and all that stuff. Boom, there you go. Shawn Michaels has Hogan on the headlock. But not for long. Reverse. Ooh, sends him off. Ooh, shoulder tackle. Overselling. And Hogan throws that bandana off his head towards Shawn Michaels. I want to know if he did that, if it was like you gotta be kidding me, brother. That's how you're gonna be selling for me. You gotta be kidding me. You know what I mean? I feel like that's what it was. Hogan's being frustrated. It's just like, come on, Shawn. When can you be a pro? You know why. You know damn why. Ooh, right there, Shawn. Knee to the gut of Hogan. He's like, you want to call in the ring, brother, huh? Here you go, chop. Woo! There goes the first chop of the night. A tribute. Or a salute. Or I don't know. Holla. Shout out to Ric Flair. There you go. Woo! There goes another chop. He's like, take your time, brother. We still got 30 minutes. Oh, that oversold slingshot. Oh my gosh, Shawn Michaels is hanging on the ring ropes. I just don't. Oh, snap. I just don't understand why. Ooh, Hogan with a punch to the forehead of Shawn Michaels. I just don't understand why these guys could not just, like, hey, let's just work. There goes that oversell turnbuckle shot. Oh, snap. I'm so mad we can never get, like, I don't know if is there, I gotta find if there's an actual clip of these two talking, sitting down and going over this match, because it's just like, why, like, what happened, bro? Like, why'd you have to do this, Shawn? Like, was this on purpose or what? You know, or were you just that upset? Oh, backdrop. That's the one move I hate, is backdrops. It's like, how are you letting somebody flip you? Because realistic, that does not happen in the real world. In a real fight, that does not happen. In Lucha Libre, I could understand them doing a backdrop. You know what I mean? Because there's a 50-50 chance that they're going to land on their feet, you know? But a big guy like Hogan, or not Hogan, but like Triple H, Ric Flair, you know, like, who just land on their back. I don't understand that. Like, I feel like you could get out of it, right? I don't know. But there goes Shawn Michaels. He's outside the ring trying to get a count out. You can win. You can win that way. Oh, how petty would that be if Shawn was just said, you know what? Hogan, you won. You can win by count out, and then just walk backstage in Gorilla. How upset would Vince be? He'll probably tell Shawn, get your ass back in the ring. We're restarting this match. Oh hell no! Or maybe Vince wouldn't care. He'd be like, "Hey, you know what? It works for me. We got their money. They ordered the pay per view. If WCW could do it, why can't we?" Like, that's true. Oh snap! Damn, that would have been crazy. Oh man. But there's some back and forth action going on right now between Hogan and Shawn Michaels. Boom! There goes a shot from Shawn Michaels. But at this time, what was going on, man? So what? This was '06, right? '06? '05. Oh yeah, '05. So what was the main event? Well, this was the main event. But this was the big SummerSlam match. Hogan and Michaels, the showstopper, and the Immortal. The Immortal? Yeah. My co-host ain't here to help me, you know, help. But ooh, Shawn Michaels just slapped Hogan in the match. Oh, he's taking him to the turnbuckle. Damn. Calm down with the chops, brother. Why are you upset? Why are you upset? Are you so upset about the ending that's gonna occur in that match? Or boom, Shawn Michaels back outside the ring. There's a lot of overselling. But yeah, Hogan came back. So I think apparently what was supposed to happen that this first match, it was supposed to lead off a Trinity. The first match was supposed to have this was supposed to be the first Trinity, right? And then the second one was supposed to happen in Survivor Series. And then the third one, obviously the final one was gonna happen at WrestleMania. Some say it was gonna happen at the Royal Rumble, and then and then Hogan and Shawn were gonna team up or something like that, or it was gonna be a DX. It was gonna be DX versus Hogan, and I don't know who. It was gonna be a tag team match. Maybe Cena. I probably doubt that. I mean, but Cena was supposed to face Triple H and Shawn Michaels at WrestleMania 23 in a triple threat match for the WWE Championship. And it was gonna be, all two members. I don't know. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was gonna be all two members of DX at that time. But it did happen at '09 Survivor Series. It was Shawn, and Triple H as DX members. Um, but yeah, so that would have been cool. But yeah, so Shawn and Hogan was supposed to face at WrestleMania and Survivor Series, and Shawn wanted to he wanted to go over in this match uh to ensure Hogan would come back and Survivor Series that he'll lay down for him in Survivor Series. Basically it was just more because he didn't trust Hogan to come back for Survivor Series, and I guess so yeah. Hogan was like, come on, brother. You could trust me. I'll come back. Oh, snap. Hogan. Oh, snap. Hey, but this is the closest thing we would have gotten to Hogan versus Hogan versus Bret Hart, but then I forgot Kurt Angle. Kurt Angle face Hogan, so that would have been the closest thing to Bret Hart versus Hogan. But Hogan did lose to Kurt Angle, and he tapped out to Kurt Angle, which I did enjoy that match. One of my favorite matches of Hogan. That and him against Triple H and The Rock. Yeah. Surprisingly, you know what? This match so far has been pretty decent. It's been hilarious with the overselling and all that stuff. But you know, the overselling, I feel like it is kind of unnecessary. Um, but here's the thing. Shawn is showing his aggressive side. Like you could tell there is uh a size difference compared the two, and you could see where the politics come from, where it's like why Hogan never wants to face somebody like Shawn Michaels. It's just not a money draw match. Uh, they could have a good match if they are willing to listen to Hogan and all that stuff, and in most cases, people don't. So Shawn Michaels is showing that because it's like people are already gonna know I don't want to put you over and you don't want to put me over, so let's give them that kind of match, you know, where I'll oversell, and there is a big difference. So it's like whatever Shawn Michaels has been doing is like he's gonna be doing it regardless, but you know he's just doing being more dramatic of it, you know, where it's like try to be a less dramatic, but at the same time is working because it's building up at this moment. Shawn Michaels just kind of realized, or he's been realizing, he can't out wrestle Hogan. He can't beat Shawn Michaels in this match because Hogan's too big, you know, he's larger than life, right? So he needs to rely on his chops, his strikes, and all that stuff. Try to weaken him down. You be surprised you would think he'll go after, you know, his leg and all that stuff, but Shawn Michaels, the only submission move he knows is the finger four, you know, leg lock and all that stuff. So you would think he would start working on the leg, cause especially with Hogan's big boot and leg drop. But lately he's been working on like the chest area and all that, and the arm. But eventually he got aggressive in the match where he started relying more on his strikes that and using the the turnbuckles and all that stuff to bust Hogan up. So now he has him in a chokehold, dropped on his knees, color all over him, sweat. It's a lot of sweat. The color of the sweat is red, by the way, you know. So it's a lot. I feel like it's gonna be too much to the point where it's gonna be difficult for Hogan to like open his eyes. Oh, the referee's raising his arm. There goes one, two. If this drops for the third time, it is all over and we have a victory. This would have been a good ending, you know. Not for the type of match they had, but just in general of Hogan losing to Shawn by sleeper hole. I know the year wise would not accepted it, but I feel 10 years, 10 like 1995. I feel like they would have accepted that ending, and be like, yeah, that's fine, that works. But like it would have needed to have more spots into it. Like again, that would have been a nice ending though. After a couple of leg drops and super kicks, super switching musics. Oh no, Shawn, why would you do that? Oh, he was gonna do a slingshot Irish whip, but Hogan reversed, sending Shawn to the ropes, and Shawn was able to use that momentum to springboard and do a forearm on Hogan's face. Boom! Hit him right over, with his forearm. Boom! Knocking him down. Shawn Michaels going to the top rope. He's gonna do the elbow. Is he gonna point to the skies? No. Oh, but Hogan move out of the way. Shawn Michaels, his back is hurting. Hogan says, "You." Oh, one, two, three strikes. Sends Shawn Michaels. Oh, but Shawn Michaels was able to reverse. Oh, snap. He went flying and bumping once again to Hogan. And that momentum was too much that they both men knocked down to the referee. Oh, my. Oh, my. Oh, snap. Oh, Shawn Michaels kick up. He's like, I still got it in me, brother. He's going to the top rope. That's why he's the GOAT right now. Let's go, Shawn. Hit him with that famous elbow drop. Ooh, what's he doing, Shawn? Ooh, snap. I didn't leave my phone on, but that was my phone. That was my phone. Oh, snap. Shawn Michaels, instead of going to the top rope, he was like, you know what? Never mind. I know how to beat you. I know how to beat you. Boom. He locked in. The sharpshooter. Damn. Are they in Toronto? Oh, snap. Where that referee? That referee just slid in there. He's like, what's up? He's like, what's up, Hogan? I'm a big fan. I know you got locked in the sharpshooter right now, but can I get an autograph? Oh, yeah. What'd you say? Do you give up? What you say, Hogan? Come on, man. Just tap out, brother. But Hogan's trying to reach for the ropes. That's crazy. Using the sharpshooter. Shawn Michaels using the sharpshooter. Oh, man, excuse me. I got a little parched. Oh, man. I mean, it is hot box water salon. I haven't done this in a minute. Woo-wee. Hello? I'd be laughing if Ever was here the whole time. I'm gonna be honest. How would I know that guy's quiet half of the time? Shout out to Ever, man. I miss you, brother. That guy's been on the grind. I don't know what, but you know, I don't know what. Shawn Mike. Oh, snap. Damn. Now another ref down. There goes another ref. Damn. Damn. That's crazy. That's crazy. Come on, Shawn. Hogan, Shawn Michaels, everybody down. Damn. Crazy. Yeah. Hogan's like, what am I gonna do, Hulkamaniacs? What am I gonna do, Hulkamaniacs? Come on, I need you guys to cheer. He really does. He needs he needs the crowd to cheer, but they're not cheering. Oh, snap. Low blow to the Hulkamaniacs. Hogan's down. Poor Hogan. Oh, snap. Hogan just wants to have a good match. Right. Give the people what they want. And Shawn Michaels is just trying to beat the living crap of Hogan. And the whole purpose of this match is that he needs to know if he could beat Hulk Hogan. You know? Clearly, he can't. If he's in the ring with a steel chair right now. Oh, Hogan, don't turn around. Oh, snap. Connect. Snap. Shawn Michaels is like, what should I do now? Now Shawn's going to the top rope. He's going to hit the elbow drop. Watch Hogan get up. Hogan's shaking. Oh, snap. He should have went for the cover. Oh, snap. Shawn Michaels to the corner. It's time for him to tune it up. It's time for some sweet chin music. Yeah. Don't get up, Hogan, unless you're trying to get kicked in the chin. What? Oh, damn. Sweet chin music goes for the cover. 1, 2. It's up. Oh, Hogan kicks out. He has raised. He has rise. He's hulking up, brother. He's hulking up. Shawn Michaels like, oh no. What am I gonna do? Oh, snap. Ain't gonna do nothing. He's still hulking up. Thanks to all the Hulkamaniacs that believed in him. You for the second time. Boom. Boom. Big boot to the face. Oh, snap. Hogan. It's time. It's time. Let me hear you all. Let me hear y'all Hulkamaniacs. Let's go. It's time. Go for it, Hogan. The famous leg drop. The Hogan leg drop. Let's go. 1, 2, 3. Ring the bell. Hogan wins. What a show-stopping match. So this is what it is. As a Shawn Michaels match, that's alright, you know. But as a Hogan match, dude, this was a good match. You know, like, this is a good match for the people who are Hulkamaniac fans. If you're a Hogan fan, this was a great match for them, right? If you're a Shawn Michaels fan, it was probably not the best match, you know, because it wasn't a Shawn Michaels match, you know. Hogan doesn't do what Shawn Michaels can do, you know. So, and plus Hogan's OG, and he calls a match. So, and that was a big factor and issue for Shawn Michaels as well. But I feel like if Shawn Michaels beat Hogan, I don't think, like, nobody would have cared. And to be honest, I feel like this was a good one-time match. I don't think there should have been a Trinity. Unless it was going to be like a tag team match going forward. You know, a one singles match, cool. But like if they had a, you know, if it was like going forward, it was Hogan versus Shawn. You know, like NWO versus DX, you know. Or Hogan versus Hogan teaming up with Randy Orton to go against DX. I think that would have been crazy. I don't know if that would have worked out in 05. You know, but something like that would have been crazy. You know, just the idea of that, where that's how Shawn Michaels could have got his win over Hogan in a tag team match, you know. Did they shake hands? I missed that part. Oh, they did shake hands. I really need to know, like, the behind the scenes on this match. What a match. What a event. So, SummerSlam 2005. The first match was Orlando Jordan faced Chris Benoit for the United States Championship. You know, the match was like 25 seconds. Benoit defeated Orlando Jordan and with the crossface. So tapped out in 25. I think it was like a German suplex and then crossface and then tap out in like 25 seconds and won the United States Championship. That was like a pretty cool moment. I actually wanted this match to be like around, because I think they faced each other at the Great American Bash previously, and I actually enjoyed their match. So I was kind of hoping for like another like 10 minutes, to be honest. But no, I was like, all right, that was cool. That was a cool moment. I felt like it could have been a little bit later though. I felt like that could have been like, if that was gonna be the case, I feel like that could have been like toward the semi-main event, you know. But the next match was Edge and Matt Hardy. Ended I forgot how that match ended. It ended pretty quickly because Matt Hardy started, like, he had a lot of sweat on his face, so I think they had to like call the match early. Or no, I think, oh yeah, so no, Matt Hardy lost by by knockout. Basically, he couldn't get up. Yeah, so it was like it was a quick like grudge match. It was like 5 minutes, and then the match was Rey Mysterio versus Dominic or Dominic Rey Mysterio versus Eddie Guerrero in a ladder match for the custody of Dominic. That match it was cool. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know. I just didn't understand why it had to be a ladder match. Maybe because it was SummerSlam. I just felt like it didn't have to be a ladder match. I feel like the cage it should have been a cage match for this one, or a street fight. I didn't. A ladder match. I don't think it was necessary. A street fight would have been better. For this match, but the ladder match. It is what it is. It happened. Um, yeah, but it would have been cool if eventually Eddie Guerrero would, because Eddie Guerrero would have gone on and won the world heavyweight title, but it would have been cool if Rey Mysterio faced won the Royal Rumble and faced Eddie Guerrero at WrestleMania 22 for the world heavyweight title. That would have been cool, and then that's when they should have had the ladder match. That's when they could have a ladder match. Oh, but then they would have had the Money in the Bank, man. But then they would have just had a regular match. But then at least the next pay per view, it would have been Judgment Day, and then that's where they could have probably had the ladder match then. And then that's where you could have ended that rivalry between Eddie Guerrero and Rey Mysterio, because I believe that's where it kind of started, if I'm not mistaken. Because I think that was the first time. I think that's when Eddie Guerrero turned heel and hit uh Rey Mysterio with the steel chair. So, but yeah, that would have been crazy. But yeah, whatever. But yeah, it was still a good match. I enjoyed it. Kurt Angle versus Eugene. For Kurt Angle's gold medal, I have no idea why that happened, but it is what it is. I feel like Kurt Angle could have. Uh, I feel like he could have faced Batista. I don't know if he was on Raw at this point, but I feel like he could have faced Batista for the World Heavyweight Champion, and JBL could have faced um what's his name, Eugene. And even at the Great American Bash, I feel like it should have been Kurt Angle. It should have been Kurt Angle and Batista at the Great American Bash and then SummerSlam. But no, it didn't happen. Um, but yeah, Kurt Angle and Eugene. I mean, it was all right, cool, I guess. Randy Orton versus The Undertaker. That one was a fire match. That one I enjoyed a lot. That was like the best bell to bell match that I truly enjoyed. Great feud too. I think this was the second match, the second Trinity as well. John Cena versus Chris Jericho. That was a nice classic match. Another match where I felt personally at Vengeance, it should have been Cena versus Christian, and then SummerSlam, it should have been Cena versus Jericho versus Christian. It should have been a triple threat, and also this is the one that I think it should have been a ladder match if you would have had Christian in it. You know, And then this is probably the one where Christian could have won the WWE Championship, and then the next night on Raw or the following week, because at least Christian could have at least been champion for a week and also build up the match, like a ladder match. Or if they would have had a regular, or sorry, no, not a ladder match, have a regular match, a singles match. Um, but if they would have had a regular triple threat match, then they could have had a ladder match and then, or a regular match and then a ladder match, whatever. But yeah, yeah, there was, I think at this point Christian was gone or he was about to leave. But and then Christian should have also faced Batista, you know. So there was a lot of this time there was a lot of top guys or a lot of top mid card guys, I should say, that deserved to be on that spotlight or on this card, and they weren't. And I feel like they should have had like a battle royal or a 6-man tag team match and all that stuff in this event, or like a fatal 4-way. I feel like there should have not been no feud leading up to this pay-per-view. I feel like it should have just been big matches. And yeah, so like Batista and JBL, no holds bar. It was a short match, but like damn, it was crazy, you know. So I really enjoyed this. This was a no holds bar match, so this was basically a street fight. But again, Batista should have faced either Kurt Angle or Christian Cage. So it should have just been like a normal match. But this was a feud from that kept going on from like June, I believe, or July. Um, yeah, because they were supposed to get a crown a new champion, but you know that's a whole story. that's a whole that's a whole thing I don't want to get into. And then the main event, is Hogan versus Shawn Michaels. You know, Hogan defeated Shawn Michaels. Obviously, it was a decent match. I enjoyed it. Like again, for a Hogan match, it was great. For a Shawn Michaels match, it was because it wasn't really a Shawn Michaels match. It was more of a Hogan style match. So overall event, I enjoyed it. I would definitely go back and review this whole event, but overall event, I'm gonna give it a 7 out of 10. So yeah, it was nothing crazy. It's it's more it's the all the great stories did happen in this event. A lot of great matches as I can remember, but the one I really did enjoy was Randy Orton and The Undertaker. Um, and again, every time I watched when I watched this match, like the whole event, I just kept going back to, oh, this should have been this, it should have been that, it should have been Christian, it should have been Kurt in this match. That's how I was just basically complaining the whole time I was watching this event, so I couldn't really enjoy it. So but yeah, but like the matches, everything, the story, like it's something worth going back, and I'll definitely go back, but and watch it, and I have, I watch it a few times as just background noise, but so yeah, I would give it like a 7 out of 10. Select the matchups that deserve the spotlight. It's time to make your choice, this or that. And with me right here is Bobby the whatever, what it do. Damn, man.
Am I coming in clear?
I don't know.
I guess we'll find out in post.
Yeah, that's when I'm gonna find out. That's how I know I have an episode. Like, guess what, guys? We got the audio. Man, how's it going, Bobby?
It's going good. We got some exciting things coming up.
Facts. All right, so let's start off with match 1. Here is the opening match. Or I should say, which one is going to be the opening match, right? For my dream event. It's going to be a Lifeguard Tag Team Throwdown. All right. So here's the first option, right? Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn teaming up, going against the Street Profits, Montez Ford and Angelo Dawkins. Dawkins. Am I saying that right?
Yeah,
Dawkins. Okay.
It sounds like you're saying.
That's why I thought I said Dunkins at first, and then to be fair, I did have Dunkin' Donuts earlier. So, all right. So Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn versus the Street Profits, or that which is gonna be Natalya and Maxine Dupri versus Naomi and Chelsea Green.
I was not really sure what to expect when you said the lifeguard match. So I was like,
Do you know what a lifeguard match is?
No.
So it's basically a lifeguard. It's a lumberjack match.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
So because this is a beach theme, so
SummerSlam.
yeah.
I got it. All right. I'm
It's
what you're putting down. Anyways, it does not change my answer. I'm going to go with Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens versus the Street Profits.
Okay.
Just overall thing, I don't think it might have happened. Probably happened during that pandemic era, but I probably never saw it.
What? Sami Zayn?
Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens against the Street Profits. Have we?
I don't think that ever happened. Yeah. That's what I mean. That's the whole purpose of this game is to make it excitement and to make you be like, ooh, which match would you pick?
That is not to put any disrespect on
Naomi,
show, because I think, especially now with their current personas going, their current gimmicks, I think Naomi and Chelsea Green would be a hilarious combination.
Yeah.
With Naomi being like,
why are you acting like this? Yeah, why are you?
Chelsea visiting Chelsea.
Yeah, like Chelsea will make it work. Like
it's very similar to how Piper and her got started. Like Piper
Yeah.
came in super serious. I'm taking this title, and this is my tag title now. And Chelsea's like, well, she's strong, so all right, that
Yeah.
works for
And
me.
then when Chelsea became the United States champion,
Piper was able to get much more
right,
goofy with it, but still stay that strong.
but that's her part where it's like
Exactly.
you are the singles champion. And so it's like, yeah, I should be your bodyguard, you know. So it works.
It really works.
Yeah, and I like that because it normally and it'll be the other way of, oh, it's time for you to turn heel. And it's like, why?
We don't need Piper to
Yeah, and it's like, why would I want to turn heel if I'm with the person who's champion? Isn't that the goal?
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, like we're both like this person's because of us teaming up together, one of us was able to become a single champion. Why would we split that up? It's like you getting into a relationship, and it's like because of you, I was able to get that promotion, you know? So it's like, why would I end that relationship with you?
Yeah.
You know, or why would I cause you to lose that? You know, it just doesn't make sense. But all right, so that's the one that you're going with. Damn, which one am I gonna go with? I'm gonna go with Natalia, Maxine Dupree versus Naomi and Chelsea Green. All right, Bobby. Match 2 is called Surfs Up Showdown. Okay, it's just a regular match. so, so what's gonna be your second match? All right, because right now for your first match, you say you're going to go with the tag team. Well, I mean, obviously it's a tag team match. Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn. Yeah. So you're going hard. You're going boom. You're going strong. And then I'm starting off with more of the entertainment side because I got Chelsea Green, Naomi, Natalia, Maxine. They're going to be doing Maxine's going to be doing the spots, and then Natalia's going to be doing the wrestling. So now for this one, it's going to be more on the high spots or on the entertainment spots. So basically, here are your two options. Rey Mysterio versus AJ Styles or Jey Uso versus Chris Jericho. What's going to be your second match?
All right. Second match. I love the thought of Ray and AJ going at it.
Right.
But for a second match, especially after what I've got going with the tag team, I might just have to see. And again, this is totally based off of what story they can build. I really can't picture one, but I'm just gonna throw it out there with Jey Uso and Chris Jericho. I mean,
yeah, because I think that's a good one. What era of Chris Jericho? If we're doing fantasy booking. Now, and then also for Jey Uso, are we doing the Yeet Master? Are we still doing the Yeet? Or are we doing the main event? Because I think, I know Jey Uso still calls himself the main event and all that, but my version of the main event, Jey Uso, is the Bloodline version.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
When he was still with
Roman.
A little bit after that.
Right.
So I'd probably go with that Jey.
The main event.
Main event.
Yeah.
Jey.
That's the one. Don't get me wrong. The Yeet version of Chris Jericho, Chris Jericho, of Jey Uso. But him going against Chris Jericho, I only see that you made the list version.
Yeah.
Fair. That's the only storyline wise. Or you know what? The 2008. That's suit.
That's the one
I was that. You know what? Yeah.
If it's made of it, that's
a solid one right there. Damn. I just come to yeah. That suit one. Okay, yeah, the suit. So there you go, Jay. So we both agree on that one then. Jey Uso versus Chris Jericho then for the second match. But you feel like I'm gonna ask you later on. Yeah. That's gonna be a question later on. So right at this moment, we both agreed, Chris Jericho and Jey Uso. All right, so I feel like you're gonna love this one. So match 3 is Love. I'm calling it Love and Chaos Mixed Tag Team. Which team is crashing the beach party? Because remember, it's a theme event. Is it going to be this? Triple H and Stephanie McMahon versus Daniel Bryan and Brie Bella? Or that? Rhea Ripley and Edge versus John Cena and Nikki Bella?
Let me get that first match again.
Triple H and Stephanie McMahon versus Daniel Bryan and Brie Bella? Or Rhea Ripley and Edge versus John Cena and Nikki Bella in a Love and Chaos mixed tag team match?
I think with the whole authority thing going on, it definitely has to go with Triple H and
Stephanie.
Stephanie versus Daniel Bryan and
Yeah, because Stephanie and Brie, they got that history and they faced each other SummerSlam 2014. And then Daniel Bryan, Triple H, they got that rivalry, that old school rivalry. Even it's funny, even at that time, I'm surprised they never had a match.
yeah.
A mixed tag team match. Everybody thought it was gonna happen. Never did. And then Rhea Ripley and Edge.
That's more like a mentor kind of deal. So it's
I was gonna have Lita.
that changes things.
So okay, so if I do Lita and Edge versus John Cena and Nikki Bella, then
yes, that makes it a significantly better match.
so that makes it more of a love chaos
I
match.
say a better match because I mean
The story, and then
the story.
the story of it. So okay, so leading up to the match, we'll do Rhea. So how about would you do Rhea Ripley and Edge, and then last minute Lita, or fully? Let's just go with Lita straight on to the match.
I'm gonna give it two ways. If you can,
Because you even have Lita
If we-
building up and then replace her with Rhea.
yeah, either one honestly works. But if you're gonna do Rhea and Edge, John's got to be with a girl he thinks can be on the come up. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Almost like what they did in NXT, where Paul Heyman was backing Braun Breaker, John Cena was backing Carmelo. So John's just got to find a girl that fits his.
It would have to be Becky, because it would be Edge is bringing up Rhea, and then John would bring up Becky. Remember how John and Becky had that moment, and then Becky's like, "I don't need you, like you can't see me." At least that kind of way, where it's like, they'll work together leading up to that match, but then after the match, it was like, "I never needed you in the first place, John. I did this all by myself."
Becky
So
does that a lot.
yeah. So, but in this,
Man,
this isn't one of this is yeah this is. But so at this moment, which one of these two would be the option? Rhea Ripley, Edge versus John Cena, Nikki Bella. I mean, that's the one that you're going with.
Yeah,
that's the one that you rate, right?
With that one.
All right. Yeah, that's the one I'm going with too. So me and Bobby, we got SummerSlam 2019 in the background. No audio and all that stuff due to copyrights, but we got it in the background for the show. And while we were watching this, I realized that Brock Lesnar is the only person that had WrestleMania rematches happen at SummerSlam. The first one was with Kurt Angle, WrestleMania 19, and then SummerSlam, but didn't close out the show, but it was still a main event match. And I think again it was WrestleMania 34 with Roman. So 34, and then again at SummerSlam for the same title, Universal title, and then they both closed out the show. And then right now, Seth Rollins and Brock Lesnar, but Brock Lesnar was was the opening WrestleMania, or was the opening main event for WrestleMania. Yeah, and then now he's closing WrestleMania. So he has done a lot when it comes to WrestleMania, open and close. The only thing he hasn't done. Oh, and he was supposed to open SummerSlam, but it ended up being the second match. All right, Bobby. Match 4 is that's not what match 4. What happened? Match 4 is Queen of the Coast which doesn't make sense because none of these ladies are from. I don't know if there are any from the coast, but but anyways, here are the options. You know, which of these women matches is stealing the spotlight? We got Becky Lynch versus Trish Stratus. Hey, man, that match we were supposed to have. That match was supposed to happen at SummerSlam, and they changed it or canceled it or whatever. And then, or that Tiffany Stratton versus Sasha Banks. So Becky Lynch versus Trish Stratus, Tiffany Stratton, or Sasha or Trish Becky Lynch versus Trish Stratus, or Tiffany Stratton versus Sasha Banks.
They both are Trish.
Yeah, there's too many. Yeah, that's why I got confused. Who? Come on, ever gotta write this better for me.
I'm gonna go with. I gotta go with Sasha Banks and
Tiffany Stratton, really?
Yeah, honestly,
I think that would be a banger match. Yeah.
I mean, I'm not really thinking. I mean, storyline Sasha's or Mercedes Monet.
I don't think the story is there for any of these matches. I mean, Becky Lynch and Trish did have that story, but realistic, I was just more excited to see Becky and Trish.
Yeah, it was more.
Yeah. Right, going at it, and it was like, damn, a dream match and all that. So that's all I cared for. But as a match itself, I wasn't really caring. I was like, eh. But yeah, I was bummed out that the match wasn't going to take place at SummerSlam that in Detroit when we went. So, but Tiffany Stratton versus Sasha Banks, man, I think that'd be a fire match.
I could catch.
And this is match 4, so this is after your mixed tag team match. So even if the crowd is not loving, because you say you're gonna go with the Rhea Ripley Cena, I think that's still gonna be a fire match. That's still gonna be a fire match.
Solid match.
Yeah.
It's not gonna. Will the fans like? Oh yeah, match of the night. Absolutely not.
Right.
But are they gonna be like, all right, cool? Like
the story, they're gonna make it work. Yeah. Exactly. So. Even if you go with Triple H and Daniel Bryan, the only problem with that one, that's gonna be like 30 minutes.
Yeah.
You know Triple H is gonna want to have
Stephanie in that.
Yeah, Stephanie. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I didn't really. Yeah, and Brie Bella is a good worker, but not 30 minutes. So that's the other thing. So it's like who's doing all the work is Triple H and Daniel Bryan. So and then with the other match, Edge and Rhea Ripley, or even if you go with Lita. Going against Cena and Nikki Bella, that's a good 15 minutes match. Even if they go 30 minutes, it's like, but they'll make it work, you know? So yeah, Tiffany and Sasha Banks, that's like the workhorse match.
That's gotta bring up the show.
Yeah. Even if you give them like 15 minutes.
And Tiffany's going over.
Oh, damn. All right, now we're getting close to the main event. So this is the code main event right here. This is match 5. This is the Legends in the Riptide. I don't know what the hell that means. God damn, ever? Which battle shakes the sand? Shut up. Oh, this Randy Orton and Roman Reigns. Oh, so this is a tag team match, all right?
Okay, got it.
This is a tag team match. So it's Randy Orton and Roman Reigns teaming up to go against Kane and Matt Hardy.
They can't see my face right now, but you really could have said anybody else, and I was not expecting Matt Hardy right there.
Right. Or that Edge and The Undertaker teaming up. So it explains Kane and Matt Hardy versus CM Punk and Drew McIntyre. Yeah, so it's Edge and The Undertaker versus CM Punk and Drew McIntyre, or Randy Orton, Roman Reigns versus Kane and Matt Hardy. So I guess this is what happened. I guess this is Roman Reigns and Randy faced each other 2014, right? Yes. Kane and Matt Hardy faced each other at SummerSlam 2004. So it's like 10 years apart. Edge and The Undertaker both faced each other. And then at SummerSlam, right? CM Punk and Drew McIntyre both face each other, and in a way, Punk walked into the match as Bret Hart and Drew was the Undertaker.
Yes.
So,
Yeah. I mean, I'm just gonna go straight forward. We're gonna go with Edge and Undertaker.
there's like so much backstory into that match, and you're going with Edge and the Undertaker.
Yeah.
Do you remember any of those two? But by the way, like, what else, when you hear these wrestlers, what else comes to mind? Especially when you hear these types of matches. Is this something like, like, is that a unique tag team match to you? Because I feel like back in the 80s and 90s, we used to have a lot of unique tag team matches, even in the early 2000s.
Definitely when I started watching it, I feel like
Mhm.
your average Monday Night Raw had like
Cena and Triple H teaming up.
two people that were beefing, and they were forced to team up against
Right.
two people that may have been beefing, or they were an actual tag team.
Even baby faces didn't like each other.
Mm-hmm.
That was like, well, I guess we're teaming up tonight, and it's like, yeah. so that's why I like these kind of tag team matches.
That's a similar vibe I'm getting from that.
Right.
Like, it's two people that are beefing, but they're all like very well could be in the main event picture.
And you heard what I just read right now, the Roman and Randy Orton, they teamed up. And then the reason why they're going against Kane and Matt Hardy, because 10 years ago from what they had their match, that, it's like a 10-year apart from when they had their match. And now it's like something like that is a story where they could do as well.
That's fair.
Where it's like, oh, why are you having this match at SummerSlam? It's like, well, this is the reason why. And it's like, damn, that's a good ass story right there. There's more behind it, especially damn, Brock Lesnar just poor Seth. Ooh, damn, Brock just stomped Seth Rollins right in the hip. So, all right, so Edge and the Undertaker versus CM Punk and Drew McIntyre is the one that you're going with.
Yeah, we're going straight star power and two people that have put on multiple matches with each other, and like there's definitely history behind it.
So I agreed as well. Edge and the Undertaker versus CM Punk and Drew McIntyre. Plus the drama with Edge and the Undertaker teaming up, the history, the rivalry. Same thing with CM Punk and Drew McIntyre. And
add in CM Punk versus the Undertaker. I mean,
that's
going on.
So like
the only ones we haven't gotten or didn't get was Drew versus the Undertaker.
We did.
We did?
Yeah.
Oh, but that was
Roman Reigns. Yeah. Drew McIntyre. But see that was a unique tag team match as well. Yeah. Undertaker and Roman Reigns teaming up to go against Drew McIntyre and Shane McMahon. I totally forgot about that match. Damn. I wasn't expecting. I thought he was gonna be. He's still holding it.
Oh, yeah, he's been doing that for like 3 minutes now. for all I know, he could have been doing that the entire match and just loving this.
When I was trying to say, I was like, I thought by the time I see him, he'll be done. But it's like, oh no, he's still doing it.
Oh, he stopped.
Yeah.
He's stressing.
Oh yeah, he's stressing now.
That's why we love Paul.
I was listening to the one that we did to the reaction to the CM Punk and the Undertaker, and I was laughing when we said that when Paul said, "What happened?" I was just dying. Oh man, that was a good one. Alright, so now it's time for match 6, man. It's the main event. The battle for the Beach Supremus. Supremus? Supremus?
I'm not reading it, but Supremacy?
Supremacy.
Right?
Supremacy. Battle for Beach Supremacy. Yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
We got there.
Suppress.
Shut up, college. I got there.
Ever did. Ever was the one who went to college. Oh man, ever. So this is what he wrote. If Brock Lesnar and The Rock each picked one tag team partner from Cody Rhodes, John Cena, and Seth freaking Rollins, who would you pick for each side? And the one who doesn't get picked, the one, the one who doesn't get picked becomes the guest referee for the match. Ooh, damn,
Okay.
damn. John Cena, Cody Rhodes, and Seth freaking Rollins. That's it.
I'm trying to think because honestly, this could be a great main event now.
You know, Brock Lesnar and Cody Rhodes did team up against Roman Reigns and Solo the night after.
Supposed to, and then Brock turned.
Did they? Oh yeah.
The match never happened.
Oh yeah, the match never became official. That's right. That's right. Because remember, they were supposed to. That match was supposed to originally happen. The first ever match was supposed to happen at SummerSlam, but then they happened at Backlash in Puerto Rico instead.
Yes. Okay, so going off of that, like I said, I think this could happen right here, right now.
Mm-hmm.
Is it going to be a wrestling match? No, half of those guys.
Hell no, it has to be a tornado, no disqualification match.
It should be bloodline rules.
Bloodline rules.
Anything happens, but I'm going to go with The Rock and John Cena. I feel like they're
Nice.
kind of tied in together.
Right.
Hasn't really happened, but I mean, they're still connected with whatever anyone says.
I'm going to be honest. I think this whole Rock and Cena is just part of the Cena, I'm here to ruin wrestling for you.
Yeah. I mean, that was...
Because he explains, because what's the whole goal with, what's his name? Tyrus Scott?
Travis Scott.
Travis Scott, there you go.
Tyrese Halliburton?
Tyrese Cruz, I don't know who I was thinking of. But anyways, damn, who's the rapper's name? Travis Scott.
Bringing in someone
right, because
no one wants to see.
Yeah, why bring him out for his match against Cena? That and to say what Cena's been saying, I'm here to ruin wrestling. You know, so I think that's all it was with The Rock. But let's just say either way, if it is just to ruin the whole thing of wrestling, or there is something to it, then yeah, this could lead to something going on right now. Same thing with Brock Lesnar and Cody Rhodes, because that's, they never teamed up.
That was going to be my next one, though. I was going to go with Brock and Cody. One, that was supposed to happen. Their match at SummerSlam ended with, a handshake.
Right.
The hand approval. Cody's getting over Brock Lesnar, who we saw him destroy The Rock, destroy John Cena. There we go. And then Seth, just overall, we've seen him be a guest referee.
Right.
And having him almost pick a side, like, he doesn't like The Rock. Doesn't like John Cena.
But he respects Cena.
Mm-hmm, exactly.
Respects Brock.
Respects Brock. But does he want to see Cody win?
Right. He doesn't want any of those people.
Seth wants to win.
And think about this. Let's just say we're the factor in this match. Right? Damn, you picked these two and not me.
Exactly.
No matter whoever, because again, you could have had me as your tag team partner. You could have had me. So imagine picking Seth Rollins. You're not even picking Seth Rollins, because that's how he gets the position of being a guest referee. So that's going to be a factor for Seth Rollins. For Cody and Cena, it's going to be like, that's fine.
All right, they're gonna call that.
Yeah, they're not going to care. So. But you know what? A factor that I didn't really consider. So imagine this. Now, I can only see The Rock and Cena. Damn, Seth Rollins on the top. What is he gonna do? Frog splash? Oh, snap!
The table didn't break.
Of course, it better, right? Can you imagine? I think Brock would be embarrassed of that. So I never really considered this. The Rock and Cena teaming up to go against Brock and Cody. I can only see that if The Rock and Cena are babyface and Cody and Brock are heels. trying to, ruin the company. And then because I see Rock and Cena more of the WWE
Yeah.
than Cody and Brock Lesnar. I see them big names, but they were big names outside of WWE, or they were names in WWE, but they used their WWE names to
For
become,
other things.
yeah, for other things, and they became popular that way. But they weren't using that name, because Cody Rhodes wasn't going out saying he was Cody Rhodes. He was going out there saying Cody, but you knew who he was. Same thing with, well, Brock Lesnar. That's his real name. So
Second frog splash.
damn, Seth Rollins has a beautiful frog splash.
Very good frog
I
splash.
once again don't
Very
understand why it's not a finisher. Just for him to do a curb stop doesn't make sense. You would think curb stop then frog splash.
Oh, that'd be a great set.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I really thought that was it. Why did I have anxiety? We act like this is going on right now. So, back to the main event of the question of the my dream event. Um, but you know what else I see? I see Seth Rollins and The Rock teaming up because I would love, not as a final boss, the Hollywood Rock, 2002 Rock and Seth Rollins. That would be a nice team. And then for Brock, damn, would Brock and Cena be a good team?
It'd definitely be entertaining, but I just don't see them like in any way like I really just don't know. I feel like they're very
I think it would have to be Brock and Cody,
yeah,
and then the
they-
Rock.
there
Rock.
it is.
Oh, there you go. Seth Rollins curb stomps Brock Lesnar to win back his Universal Champion. Well, Seth Rollins, you're gonna be a special guest referee. I'm sorry. so, 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 sorry, Seth. You won the Universal Champion, but for this game and this fantasy booking, you're gonna be a special guest referee. But me and Bobby, the whatever, we're trying to figure out who's who's gonna be whose partner. So, I'm gonna go with Brock and Cody against the man. Oh, you know what? I'm Brock and Cody versus The Rock and Seth Rollins, and have John Cena as the special guest referee, and then have John Cena AA everybody. Nah, damn. No, I can't. But then Seth Rollins could curb stop everybody. Yeah. So, and then and then if this is part of John Cena's last tour,
Uh-huh.
would you want him to be, having this stream match? But if he wasn't in his last tour, would you still consider him being in this match? That's a tough one. You know what? John Cena. I'm going with John Cena. Cody Rhodes, John Cena. Cody Rhodes, John Cena. No, Cody Rhodes and Brock Lesnar. Yeah, so Cody Rhodes, Brock Lesnar versus The Rock and John Cena. Seth Rollins is going to be the special guest referee. That's my pick. Who are you picking?
Going with the exact same thing.
Exact same thing. All right. Now, for the main event, we do have a few bonus rounds. We're trying to find out who is the quest for the best, right? That's what we're trying to figure out up next. So here are the questions, right? Which of these wrestlers from this match would you want to meet and greet backstage? The Rock, John Cena, Cody Rhodes, Brock Lesnar, and Seth freaking Rollins. For me, ooh, damn, that's a John Cena. I'm gonna go with John Cena. John Cena for me.
John Cena is such a good pick, just for the sheer fact that I mean, longevity, all that stuff, and then like I feel like whenever I see John Cena meeting someone or he's doing an interview, it's
Right.
you get so much out of him. Like
Mm.
he's having like genuine conversations.
Right. Okay.
So I might just have to go with John Cena
And
too.
I
But I
feel
will
you're
say Seth Rollins and like Brock Lesnar are like just like
you aren't you a Chicago Bears fan?
yep.
I
That's why I
feel
was
like you would.
gonna have a great
Yeah.
conversation with
Yeah.
Seth. Seth would be more like I really want to meet him. That'd be exciting.
Mm-hmm.
Brock, just the pause. The sheer size of it. I need to meet that man.
SummerSlam.
Yeah, we saw him live. He walked out. I'm like, there's no way that man is like everyone else. I'm like kind of squinting, like, oh yeah, they're coming out. They're there. You can very clearly tell that's Brock.
Brock Lesnar. Yeah.
Yeah, and Cody and The Rock can just go do whatever, I
Don't
guess.
get me wrong, it'd be cool
Oh,
to
yeah,
meet The
it's
Rock.
so cool to meet The Rock.
Yeah.
And Cody seems like such a nice guy.
Yeah.
And like similar idea, I feel like you'd have a pretty good conversation with him.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Um like you said with John Cena, it's just like that's all I need. Don't get me wrong. Would I ever want to have John Cena and interview him and do something like this? Sure. You know,
But
as
give
I
me
guess.
10 minutes and just like.
But honestly, I just really need 10 minutes. Unless this is something he's down to do, which I hardly doubt. It's more of a Q&A. I feel like Cody Rhodes is the only person that would actually sit down and do something like this with me, you know? So that's how I feel. So, but obviously this is a meet and greet backstage. So you're meeting them backstage. Yeah. Post match before or after, whatever the case is. It's like you don't really have that much time. So it's like John Cena's the best one to go. So all right. Now, same wrestlers obviously. So all these questions obviously apply to the top 5 wrestlers that are in the main event. So here's the next question. Who do you think has the best theme song to pump you up for a workout? Hold on. What do you
What's this theme song doing to me? Up my what?
that's, that's why I got so confused. What is it pumping, bro? So I guess what music do you bump to? What would you bump? What music would you work out to?
Okay, there we go. All right.
What music would you work out to? Brock Lesnar, The Rock, John Cena, Cody Rhodes, or Seth freaking Rollins?
I feel like with all of them, I mean, you could listen to any of them. They all got great theme songs and like great just theme songs that you could
How
play out
about
loud.
how about this? So let's do this. Which one are you listening to? The gym. Which one are you listening to? Like are walking into the gym. So basically your entrance. Which one are you like actually? What's your cardio? I don't know if you do cardio. And then which one are you doing weights to? And which one are you going home to?
Weights. Well, I'm just gonna jump. You know what? Let's start with the entrance. That makes the most sense. Let's start with entrance. I mean, he's walking in right now. We're starting Raw right now. I'd say Seth Rollins
Seth
would
Rollins.
be a fun one. No, I feel like I gotta change it up because I gotta be honest.
I would
there's
do.
a few times
Yeah.
where I've walked in and the final boss's like music is playing,
Mm-hmm.
and like when you open the doors and like the drums start hitting when you realize like oh he's changing his theme song.
Right.
That just works so many times. All right, yeah, I'm ready.
You're ready.
Like, I walked in,
Okay.
move out of my way.
Mm.
So I feel like that's definitely got to be the walk in, and that one's definitely a lot more calm compared to the other ones. It's not like rock.
It's like
Like
it's
screaming.
kind of like Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns is like
It's slow.
It's-
It's
this is-
giving presentation.
yeah. This is what I would walk to the gym or the cardio. Where it's like, oh, I'm in the last 3 minutes of my cardio. After this, I'm gonna go lift some weights. So for me, like, so let's start with so let's start with Seth Rollins since you brought it up. Seth Rollins, where would you place him then?
Seth Rollins, I think, could definitely work for cardio.
Cardio.
Yeah, just
Interesting.
Listen to.
Seth Rollins would be. I think Seth Rollins for me would be my go home. My like finish up your rap.
Yeah,
Because
not a crazy idea.
because it's like
That
burn.
works.
Yeah, because it's like burn it down, and you got the
Yeah,
drums.
do cardio at the end, so it's like that's right before I go home.
Okay.
So that's
Okay.
kind of my wrap it up too.
So do you do cardio?
Go home.
Okay.
Guess
So basically, so basically, your starter will probably be the rock for your cardio, and then your going home
Mhm.
is burning it down for your workout for that section. Then,
Yeah, exactly.
so okay, that's fair because everybody has different workouts anyway.
Exactly.
So, um, yeah, I guess for the rock, I'll do cardio. Brock Lesnar is definitely weights.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
gotta throw that one.
definitely.
Dun, dun, dun.
John Cena, I think John Cena is John Cena and Brock could be weights.
Yeah, that works for both. Oh,
Cody Rhodes, I think Cody Rhodes is um the entrance
okay.
walking into the gym to get started, to get you hype. Like
Yeah,
this is my, like this is your kingdom and all that. Cause you haven't trying to have that mindset, especially in your
yeah, you're
gym.
trying
You're
to
trying to
get
get
good
in the
food.
zone and
Yeah,
all that. So all right, yeah. So that's how you go. Um, but which out of these is the best one to work out then? So if you had to pick one, and you're like this is whatever saying you're doing like a 20-minute workout, and this is the only song you're listening to, which song would it be?
I would say I
I'm
would
doing
have to just go with the
Yeah,
rocks.
because the I was good because it's no lyrics.
Yeah, like that one you can just like have like whether you're going crazy with the weights or you're doing
Right.
whatever, that one just works all around.
Yeah, I agreed. So, all right, The Rock gets the W on that one. And in your opinion, who has the most devastating finisher in this group? Or which one's your favorite move? The rock bottom, the attitude adjustment, the crossroads, the F5, or the curb stomp?
Curb stomp when done right, like can look
Mm.
fantastic.
Who's
But
who's your favorite wrestler who has taken that move? Or at least a match. It has to be a match or a moment that you were like,
I
"Ooh, that was
mean,
done beautiful."
I can't even call it a curb stomp, but my brain first goes back to the Royal Rumble this year when he realized he was eliminated and like Roman was distracted with Punk and Punk
Oh,
just went both feet straight to the back of Roman's head and like just
mm,
stomped him out.
like it was
Um,
personal.
yeah, like I wouldn't even call that bang. That was attempted.
No, dude.
That was wild.
So that was a while. That curb stomp.
Yeah, like
Okay,
if
the
it
Royal
all looked
Rumble.
like that, yeah, that's gotta take it. But other than that, I gotta give it to Brock's at 5.
Ooh, okay.
Brock
No,
giving it Brock could hit every single person in this like list with it and it would look like it killed them.
the only person personally who sells it the best. I mean, he only received it, I think, once, if I'm not mistaken, or a few times. But the one that was done beautiful was by The Rock when he took that F5 at SummerSlam because they did a sequel. It was like he reversed the rock bottom
Like
and
that full
picked them up.
squeeze.
Yeah, still hold on to the wrist from the rock bottom and picked them up and hit the F5 to become WWE champion. So that was a sick moment. So yeah, I gotta say F5 is the most devastating move. But my favorite move, um, here's the weird thing. It's not my favorite move, but it's kind of like how you said about the curb stop. It's how they sell it. If it's
Exactly.
done right, same thing with the rock bottom. It's whoever sells it.
Oh yeah.
Triple H sells it right. The Rock, the Undertaker sells it right. Brock Lesnar sold it right. So
Emotional impact.
yeah, sometimes not so much Stone Cold taking the move right, but he leads the move right. I don't know the right word for that. Throwing a blank. You know how like The Rock knows how to sell into the move.
Yes, yes, yes.
So it's either reverse the Stone Cold Stunner, or it's a distraction. Stone Cold is being distracted, goes into the rock bottom, or the Rock will go for the rock bottom, but the Steve Austin will hit a couple elbow shots, gets out of it, and then still falls into the rock bottom because he turns around, and then bam, he catches him again with it. You know, he doesn't usually just falls for it right away. Now here's the last question. If you could pick one wrestler from this match to walk out as their manager, who would it be?
I'm gonna go ahead and walk John Cena out. I think that'd be fun.
Damn.
But I don't want
John Cena. Oh, you don't want to try.
Give me Super Cena.
Super Cena. You're sprinting. You're doing all that.
Saying how to steal.
You're gonna be like a Make-A-Wish kid.
The second I pick John Cena, I'm like, dang, I'm gonna come out looking like a Make-A-Wish kid. Now we're gonna go with it.
All right, Bobby. So now that was the main event. So now it's time to go back to our match card. The first match, the Lifeguard Tag Team Throwdown, which is basically a lumberjack match. You're going with the first option, Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn teaming up, going against the Street Profit. I'm going with Natalya and Maxine Dupree going against Naomi and Chelsea Green. For match 2, we both agreed to go with Jey Uso and Chris Jericho over Rey Mysterio and AJ Styles. For match 3 in Love and Chaos mixed tag team match, which team crashes the beach party? Me and Bobby both agreed with Rhea Ripley and Edge. Well, we replaced Rhea Ripley with Lita. Card subject could change. So we went with Lita and Edge to go against John Cena and Nikki Bella over Triple H and Stephanie McMahon versus Daniel Bryan and Brie Bella. Match 4, the Queen of the Shore, or the Queen of the Coast. Which woman match steals the spotlight? Me and Bobby agree with Tiffany Stratton versus Sasha Banks over Becky Lynch and Trish Stratus. Match 5 is the Legends in the Riptide. Which battle shakes the sand? I don't know why he came out with this title, because this is like a rivalry grudge match, but whatever. We and Bobby both agree with Edge and The Undertaker versus CM Punk and Drew McIntyre. So it's a tag team match. Edge and The Undertaker are teaming up to go against CM Punk and Drew McIntyre over the team of Randy Orton and Roman Reigns going against Kane and Matt Hardy. Match 6 is another tag team main event. And the question is if Brock Lesnar and The Rock each picked one tag team partner from Cody Rhodes, John Cena, and Seth freaking Rollins, who would you pick from each side? And who doesn't, and the one who doesn't get picked becomes the guest referee. I picked John Cena. Bobby, who'd you pick again?
For The Rock?
Yes. Oh, I picked.
Also went with John Cena.
Oh, for The Rock, right? Yeah.
I think we ended up with the same decision for that one.
So for The Rock is John Cena. Brock Lesnar was Cody Rhodes, right?
Yes.
So, yeah. And then Seth Rollins is going to be the special guest referee. Exactly. So now, who's going over? Let's go with the first opening match. Who's going over, Kevin Owens or the Street Profits?
I like this match because whether or not it could either be for tag titles or not.
Yeah, because it's fantasy booking. This is a big match. I can see. It's whatever you. It's a lumberjack match.
Spots right here.
Yeah.
But I want to go.
You can even have somebody in that lumberjack to be involved to cause them.
Yeah. I'm gonna go with the Street Profits going over on that one. I feel like that's
that's an interesting fact. That's an interesting choice.
A fun tag team to go over.
Well, for my match, I'm gonna go with Chelsea Green and Naomi getting the W over Natalya and Maxine Dupree. Let's go on to match 2: Jey Uso versus Chris Jericho. Now we both agreed I don't know if we both agreed, but I know we discussed it. I'm going with the Yeet Jey Uso going against Chris Jericho, but the 2008, the suit and tie Chris Jericho. I believe was he still called? What was
He was
that?
still Y2J.
Y2J, right? Yeah, I think he was still Y2J
Well,
at
he
that
was
point.
transitioning out of it, but when he came
Right.
back, yeah.
When he came back, he became the best in the world or save us. No, no, that's was before.
Yeah, that was
I
from
think from
Y2J.
then that's when he became the best in the world at what he does. I mean, that was always his the gimmick.
But no, I totally agree. I won't.
You know who Roxanne reminds me? Vanessa Hudgens.
I can see that. Yeah, looks wise for sure.
Yeah. And then Art Truth, I think like the whatever he's portraying, it was supposed to be Travis Scott. Jey Uso, the Yeet, or Chris Jericho. I think I'll go with Jey Uso. Having win with a roll up after, Chris Jericho trying to go for the walls of Jericho and get
Hmm.
uh a win like that, like a roll up.
Yeah, that could be good. I'll go with the same thing.
Our match for Tiffany Stratton or Sasha Banks, who's going over?
I'll
That's
go with Tiffany.
Tiffany.
Yeah. No reason behind it. I just like Tiffany.
That's the reason. That's the reason behind it. That's the reason. All right, I'm gonna go with Sasha Banks. I'm gonna go with Sasha Banks with this one. Hey, here's a serious question: how much of a time frame are you gonna give them? Because I feel like I said earlier, this is the workhorse match right here.
I could give it a solid 20 minutes.
I was gonna say the same thing. I think
Solid
that's
20 minutes.
yeah. I would give him 20, but I think like give me 17 to 18. Like once that referee says we're at the 15-minute mark, start going home from that point. But if you go the 20-minute mark, that's fine. I'm just saying after the 15-minute mark, go into your finish. So I would rather have the long dramatic sequel or something like that. So let's go on to match 5, tag team match. Edge and The Undertaker are teaming up. This is a rivalry between the two, going against another rivalry tag team match. CM Punk and Drew McIntyre. Who's going over?
I'm gonna go with Edge and Undertaker. Solely for the reason that CM Punk and Drew are probably gonna be beefing that whole match. So will Undertaker and Edge. But
Right.
to beat those two, I think they can get past it.
Yeah.
So just makes the most sense for Edge and Undertaker to go over on that one.
Yeah, I agree. And like you said, imagine the ending. Either Drew McIntyre accidentally, air quotes, Claymore CM Punk, and then Edge just go in there and just cover. Or it could be the other way around. Undertaker chokeslam Edge, and then CM Punk could hit a GTS, and then Drew hits a Claymore on Punk, and then covers Edge, just to get that victory. Because it's like, oh, so I think I'm gonna go with CM Punk and Drew McIntyre, just for that ending right there. What I just said.
Yeah, that's definitely for a bigger.
Yeah, because Edge would, Taker chokeslam, because it's like, I'm tired of you, whatever, he just gets annoyed by it. They were working together to that point, chokeslam, pick him up, CM Punk picks up Edge, GTS, turns around, gets hit with a Claymore by his own tag team partner, and then gets up, hits a Claymore on Edge, or he could just go ahead and cover him right there after the GTS to go to sleep. CM Punk's finisher and get the 3 count and win. So I think that's how I'm gonna go. So, but are you still going with the Edge and the Undertaker? Yeah, I mean that's your dream, man. Who would get the W for your match?
Taker has to.
Tombstone Power Driver.
I might take a page from yours, and maybe if we're treating it more like a tornado tag match, I know that's what the main event's supposed to be. But if Taker, goes for the finish and then Edge just steals the pin, I think that could also be.
Well, no, the main event. The main event's not a tornado tag team match.
Oh, okay, got
it. Could be. But if you would make this your tornado tag team match, you can.
Yeah, I might just keep it that way.
I feel like it's
Like,
not
the main event,
necessary.
I mean, yeah. But regardless, yeah, have Edge stealing the pin from Taker, and then
Oh
Austin
yeah,
and
because
Drew
he
can just blame each other for that.
right.
No, it's your fault. No, it's your fault. Blah blah blah.
But like even this is what I mean. Even like a tag team match like this, it's after it's done, you have a rivalry within these matches. This tag team match alone, you got Punk and the Undertaker, and then you have Punk, and Drew. You have like so many rivalries that you could do, and Punk versus Edge as well. Match 6. Me and Bobby both are gonna go with Brock Lesnar and Cody Rhodes teaming up to go against The Rock and John Cena, and Seth freaking Rollins is gonna be the special guest referee. Who's going over?
I'm going with John Cena and The Rock.
Damn.
Especially if I'm going with, because how I pictured it was, I mean, final boss and heel Cena.
Right.
So if
Fair.
I want Seth Rollins,
So this is current. So this is you're doing
No,
a
this is
current.
current.
Oh, so this is Brock Lesnar with long hair.
This is Farmer / Viking.
Cowboy Brock Lesnar,
Exactly.
the Hell Cowboy.
And then if I want Seth, curb stomping everybody,
Right.
who's gonna crawl back in and actually take advantage of that and pin it? It's gonna be heel Cena.
Yeah.
There we go.
Ooh, curb stomp on Brock Lesnar. And then Cena locks in the either Cena
Making Brock Lesnar tap would be
or pass out.
Yeah.
Or Seth Rollins could do a screw job in The Rock or Cena, one of them, lock in the submission. Sharpshooter or STF, and then Seth Rollins calls for the bell. Even though Brock didn't tap. But the thing is, Brock Lesnar will have to do a F5 on Seth Rollins son. So there will have to be a moment where Brock kind of snaps and then just F5s everybody, even Seth Rollins. Yeah, everybody getting hit with an F5. Everybody getting hit with German suplex except for Seth Rollins. But I feel like, yeah, that would lead to that. Or again, just a curb stomp and then locking in that submission move, and Seth Rollins doesn't have to screw because the curb stomp is already enough. Yeah. He could just still raise the arm, and then it's like, oh damn, Brock Lesnar passed out, And then you got Brock Lesnar snap on Seth Rollins for that, but I'm pretty sure Seth Rollins is gonna be gone by then. Yeah. He's like, I'm out. He's like, I'm gone. So I'm guessing that's how I would do it for my booking. So
you got The Rock and Cena going over too then.
Yeah.
There we go.
Screwing. Yeah, because the Seth Rollins screwing. But after the match, I will have Seth Rollins curb stomp The Rock and Cena. Yeah. And then that way Seth Rollins is on top. Walk out as a happy man. Not burn the world down. Burn it down. All right, well, that's your main event. That's your show. Thank you, Bobby the whatever, my little bro. This has been New Entry Wrestling Podcast. IAN is who I am. And if you want to play along, hit me up on social media. Let me know. I don't know why I'm going to say that part. But anyway, yeah. Oh, I know what I was going to say. Hit me up on social media. Let me know your picks while you're at it. Tell me your picks for this or that. Until next time, keep the passion alive. Keep loving wrestling. Toodle-doos. I don't know. Thanks, Bobby the whatever.
Chee!
Yeah. All right, that will be it for this episode. Appreciate everyone who tuned in. And on the next episode, I'll be giving you the recap or the results of WrestleMania. Damn. For SummerSlam 2025 Night 2. So, yeah, till next time. I ain't I ain't Hannah's who I am. Storyteller is who I'm trying to be. And if you're feeling so high, enjoy, give me a holla, like and subscribe. Until next time, until next time, deuces.